Hey guys, Larry here. I've been doing a lot of praying and seeking and reading and studying and researching and over the last 2 years. I mean, I did it for, you know, 20 years before in the Bible and stuff, but now I have a greater understanding. And what's coming to my mind is, man, most of these people that are awake and know the truth are former drug addicts that have overcome and went through withdrawals and fought that and kicked the devil in his teeth and said, Lord, help me. And they overcame. If you've never been hooked on Oxycontin and spent a year getting off that shit, we ain't even in the same category. I have fought with everything that's in me to be who I am now. And I just wanted to say that. The truth community is so full of love, and they're overcomers, man. They are people that have, I mean, I beat acid and cocaine and black mollies and Percocet and oxycodone. I used to have a C-clamp and you scrape that shit off. Here's what you do. You spend $80, you put it in your mouth, you get that casing off, spit it out, then you get a C-clamp, not a C-clamp, a hose clamp. You scrape that shit up. Oh, I did that. I was hooked. I've been hooked on alcohol and I've been hooked on stuff, material stuff. There's so many things that we get hooked on, but these truther people I'm watching, awesome dude, overcomer. So many people. Brian Stavely, overcomer. Jesus Freak, overcomer. Tim Bennington, overcomer. I see so many people that are awake to the truth that they have fought demons left, right, and center. And now we know, praise God, we have faith, by faith. Read in there in Hebrews, by faith, this and that and the other, by faith, this, by faith, that. It's by faith, folks. People come at me and like, well, there should be some 100% guarantee. And I'm like, nope, you just got to have faith. You got to read the Bible, get that unction, and just have faith. Without faith, it's impossible to please God. I love you guys. Man, all you addicts, ex-addicts, sorry, you're not addicts. Like the rehab places try to tell you, you're always going to be an addict. And I'm like, nope, I'm not an addict no more. I mean, I got like 9 DUIs, for real. I don't even know. I got like $40,000 in my license. It's ridiculous. But anyway, they sent me to rehab for alcohol. And they pulled me in there in the first week, and they're like, we're going to test you for stuff. And I'm like, well, I'm going to test positive for weed, so I'll just tell you that right now. And they're like, what? You shouldn't have said that. I'm like, well, ain't no use wasting your time and money. I mean, you test me, I'm going to test positive for weed. And they're like, Larry, go away. Come back next week. And then I'm in them classes and taking this, what they call it, rehab, therapy, whatever. And I start bringing God up in the Bible. And they pull me out in the hallway and they said, Larry, you can't be talking about God in here. It's against the rules. And I'm like, for real? I was like, that's the only thing that can help these people. And they're like, that little girl's like, I know, but we can't talk about it. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is the world we live in. Yeah, in rehab. And I told them, they had me in there for alcohol. And I'm like, you know what? You test me for weed and this and that. I said, the only thing I can do coming to these rehab classes once a week is drink alcohol. Because as long as I don't drink it the day before I come, I'm good. If I smoke a joint, I'm done for, a month. It takes a month to get that out of your system. I've done it. But it was so funny in rehab. I wasn't allowed to talk about God or the scriptures or anything. Well, hey, if you're an overcomer, help other people. I talked to a boy today that we both got off the Percocets and the Oxys, and he was like, I told him, I said, it took me a year. It was 6 months of hell, and then a year of like, I done messed my body up. And I said, but you know what? It healed itself. And he said, yeah, Larry, it took me a year. But you have to come to a point where you just want to do it. Ain't no rehab people want to help you do it. It's when you and God figure it out and you just say, I'm done with this. And you put your foot down and you don't give a shit how much it hurts. What done it to me was my boy come at me one Saturday and said, can we go fishing? And I didn't have no pills and I was sick. I was pill sick. And I said, no, not today, man. And he looked at me and he said, Dad, you're no fun no more. And that very moment, I quit. Never sucked another pill up my nose. And a year later, me and my boy was fishing and riding four-wheelers and having fun again. Sometimes you gotta stick with it. But we live in a generation of blab it, grab it, I want it right now, and no, you don't get strong by, like I told my boy, I said, if you give up and say, oh, I can't do it, you'll never get strong. You say, oh, I can do it, and you go, roar, and you do it, and then you're like, yeah, I'm stronger now. You don't get stronger by saying, oh, I can't do it. Wow, I'm rambling. I love you guys. Trust the plan. Like,